So this is here an extra explanation. As I said, I will draw this object in two-point perspective, and we will go step by step of how to find the heights of these cubes. Now, I said until now we are not using measurements, but we are using something very simple sometimes when we have the first edge, okay? And I tell you, for example, draw a cube 4 by 4 centimeter. Now, where do you put this measurement? This is a very, very basic type of measurement used in sketching. This is not the highly accurate methods that we will talk later on this semester. This is a basic type that will create just the beginning of the whatever object it is. For example, a 4 by 4 centimeter cube. The rest, for example, if we have this one 4 by 4, 4 by 4, 4 by 4, these we find by the division of the unit method. Okay? So this is still a sketching method, but with some accuracy. So this object has two types of cubes. It has a big cube and small cube. The big one is 4 by 4, the small 2 by 2. So we need to start with the first edge. Always we start with what? The first edge. This is the very important here part. The first edge for two-point perspective. Now, we said that this cube is a 4 by 4 centimeter cube. Okay? So we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeter. Okay? So starting, we count. So we count 1, for example, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, this is the first edge, the one that is closer to us. This is the only place we will put measurements, just to get the cube right from the start. The rest is by division. Okay? Now, we will take this point and this point to the vanishing points. And to the other vanishing point. Now, this is a sketching method. Okay, the rest is estimating. So where is this line and this line going to be? Estimated. Now, this is here located, the edge is located closer to this point, so this will be shorter than this. I'm drawing a cube, okay, so it has to look like a cube. So, now, by estimation. Now from this point to the vanishing point, and from this point to the other vanishing point. Okay. Now we have a second cube and a third and a fourth of these sides. Okay? How do I find the same size of cube but in the perspective locations? We divide using the division of the unit method. How? The center, the midpoint, of this line is this at 2 centimeters. So we take this to the vanishing point. To the vanishing point. Now, from this point through this point, okay? Line. The location of the next cube of the same size is here. The third, from this point through this point. The third cube of the same size is located here. Some students still ask me, is this supposed to be, now if this is a 4 by 4 cube, is this supposed to be 4, and this one 4, and this one 4? In reality, yes, but not on the drawing. That's why we use this method, because we said that they become shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter as they go towards the vanishing point. Some of you still don't understand this idea, that things become smaller as they go away from you. This thing needs to become clear and fast. Now, draw this longer. So if you notice, all of these squares here, the cubes, are the same, but if you measure them, this is much shorter than this, which is logical. Some of you still don't understand this idea, okay? From the drawings, I mean, what I see. Now, let's continue. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 4 centimeters. Now, these are not complete. We will complete them by taking them to the vanishing points. So we will take this to the vanishing point, and vanishing point, and to the vanishing point. Now, where do they end? Of course, where this line here ends. So we will take this. Okay. Okay. Now, we have cubes on top of these cubes. We have here two small cubes, 2 by 2 centimeters. Notice where it's located. Okay? So it's located on the quarter here. Huh? So, how do I find the location of these? First, the location on the surface. This is first what we find. Secondly, we will find the height. Okay? The height always after I find the location. So if this is a quarter, then this point should be at the center point. Okay? So if we take a line from here and a line from here, pay good attention because in the exam you might get such a thing. You know, it's the last time I repeat this. Okay? Now, so the location should, so this point here should be this point. Now, to find the entire surface, we take it to the vanishing point. Okay? To the vanishing point, and from this point to the other vanishing point. So this is the location of the cubes, but now we need the height. Okay? The height, notice where they are located. This is very easy to find because it's exactly above this line. They are not like here in the center. It's just above this line, so we just continue this line up. Okay. Continue this line. And from this point we will put the line up, and from this point we will put the line up. So, okay, how do we find the height? Let me draw the first edge in red so we can see it better. So this is here the first edge. Here we count it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 for the big cube. The small cube is 2 centimeters, so we will continue. 1, 2. So, to find the height of this cube here, we first need to find it on the first edge. And then we will take this point to the vanishing point. So at number 2, 1, 2, to the vanishing point. And we see where it will intersect this line and this line. So let me just clean up the drawing here a little bit. So from number 2, so this is here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is here 5, 6, okay? From here to the vanishing point, and we will see where it will intersect. This is the height of the 2 by 2 centimeter cube here. If it was here located, very easy. Again, 1, 2, to the vanishing point, to the vanishing point. Here it's also easy, but we need to start from the first edge. 1, 2, to the vanishing points and see where it will intersect this line, okay? Which is this line. Now, the rest very easy. Now here we have this line also go up. Now, this here point to the other vanishing point. And we see where it will intersect. And this point to the vanishing point. And this point to the vanishing point. So we have this surface, okay? Now, we have 2 cubes on top, okay? Again, how do you know the height of the second cube on top? From the first edge. So this is here, again, 1, 2, 3, 4 for this cube. Then 5, 6. Then we need 7, 8 on the first edge. This 8 here you take to the vanishing point, and you will see where it will intersect this line here. Okay? This line, from number 8, from the first edge. Then again, this to the other vanishing point, and then again to the vanishing point, and again to the vanishing point. So, we have now 2 cubes on top of each other. First cube, second cube. Now all these lines are hidden here, okay? They are hidden lines, so you can either leave them out or draw them dotted, okay? But the height of the cubes we find from the first edge. So if I tell you it's a 2 centimeter cube, you measure 1, 2, take to the vanishing point, find this line where it intersects. Again, a 2 centimeter cube, so at number 8 you go, okay? And so on. Always from the first edge. The rest by division, by all of these other methods. Okay. Now, this cube here, this one, and these two, they're very easy to find because they're above this first line. Like this cube, it's above this first line. It's not like this one in the middle. So these are very easy to find. From where? Okay. We have again this cube, this point here is at the center of this surface. So we have again the center point of this surface, for example here. And then, so we need to find this point, which is this point, which is the center point of this surface. So this point here, put it up. Okay? From here, also up. Then, from this point to the vanishing point. And it should go through the center here, of course. Or you don't need to find the center here. You can just have the center here up from this point to the vanishing point. But then you need to know where to stop here. So you will still need it. And then up. Okay? So what is the height of this? It's 2 in reality, but here how is the height found? How do we find it? From the first edge. So this is here the 4 centimeter cube, and then 1, 2. So from this point, we take to the vanishing point, okay? We take to the vanishing point and see where it will intersect these 2 lines. So this is 2 in this point of perspective, okay? Now the rest very easy. From this line to the vanishing point, from this line to the vanishing point, from this line to from this corner to the vanishing point, and just intersect, okay? The rest is very easy. But the heights, I do this example only for the heights. You have major problems with the heights, okay? Using these methods that we choose. So, I don't want anyone coming, for example, and measuring me 1, 2 here, because this is not 2. Here it's 2, 1, 2. From this point to the vanishing point, you see where it will intersect these lines. Okay, now if we have in the center. Now I will not draw these 2, it's the same, okay? They will be located here, and they will be also at 2 centimeters from here. Very easy to find. And again, the same method. So I will draw this cube here, which is in the center. Okay? So we need the center. How did we draw it before in the past? Square, which is this surface. We divide, okay? This is center point. We divide again. Oh, sorry. We draw this line. And then we draw this line, this line, this line, this line, and we have these points here, okay? So, these points, they should be located here. So the same thing we do here. This, of course, goes to the vanishing point. This goes through the center to the other vanishing point. And then we have this division, this division, this division, and this. So we have these 4 points here. This is if the square you're drawing is basically half the size of this, which is because it's 2 centimeters. Okay, so 4 centimeter cube, 2 centimeters, so it's half the size. So then we connect these Now, of course, this line should go to the vanishing point, and this, if you draw it correctly, all should go to the vanishing points. From here, now we found the location, but what is the height? Okay, it's 2 centimeters, but how can we measure it? So we will put this up. Let me put another color, maybe better. So we will put the lines up from these. Line up from here. Line up. Line up. Okay, let me make them taller because we have actually 3 on top of each other. Now I need to find the first. Okay? Here's the problem that many of you struggle. So let me delete here some of these lines a little bit. So now some of you might say, oh, okay, 2 centimeters from here, 1, 2. Then we connect to the vanishing point, and that's the height. So 1, 2, like this, and then we connect. But this is wrong. This here connection is for if it was on top of this line, like exactly on this line. So imagine you have an extension of this line here and this line here. So what you're finding by going 1, 2 and going to the vanishing point is basically where it will intersect this line and this line here. Okay, here on this, above this one exactly. But the real one is behind. So first you need to find this object, okay, above the line. Then from this point and this point, you take it to the vanishing point, okay, and see where it will intersect this here and this line, okay. This is the real here object that we need. This is the real. So this is here just a construction, but this is. So I will shadow the real one, okay? Here, so you can see it clearly. This is the real that we need, but we had to find it here first, okay? Then, from these 2 points, take to the vanishing point and see where it will intersect here. Now, the rest is easy, as usual, okay? Now, we have this cube here. Now we have another one on top. And another one on top, okay? So you cannot measure from here 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. No, from this point you need to measure. So from this line, and this line, and, sorry, has to be straight. So going back here, so the first one, 1, 2, when we took it, it intersected here, okay? Then 3, 4, okay, it will intersect here. Then 5, 6, for example, it will intersect, for example, here. Now from these points, we will take to this vanishing point and see where it will intersect this line and this line. This is what we need. So this point is what 2 points that we found. Then we have these 2 points when we take to the vanishing point. These 2 points when we take to the vanishing point. And this is what we need, okay, here. This and this going to the vanishing point, and this is here what we needed, and then all of them connect vanishing point, connect to vanishing point, and find the rest. So this is our object here that we found. So if we have 1 object, or 2, or 3 on top of each other, okay, it doesn't matter, or 4, we have to find it here first. This is the first, this is the second, this is the third. See these points, where are they located? Then from here to the vanishing point, see where it will intersect these 2 lines. So this is the idea, okay? If you have something in the middle, you cannot straight away connect it from here, because it's behind, it's not at the edge, you know? It's not something exactly placed at the edge, it's something behind, so you cannot find it this way. This was the idea that I wanted to cover very quickly for those who struggle still with this idea. So, because in the exam, I could bring you something like this. It could have 1 cube of 1 measurement, 2 different cubes, and you need to remember from the first edge only. The rest is by division, and be careful about the heights. Just now, let let me see here, where we are in the schedule. This is exercise 10, which we explained the shadows. Oh, now, next class, we have exercise 11. But exercise 11 not included in the midterm. So we have next class, the exercise, we will explain it, everything. The class after is it's a holiday. It's not an official holiday for everybody, but I will have a holiday, okay, on this day. You have it in the schedule, look at it very carefully. Sunday. Then, on Tuesday, we have what? Exam. Yes, we have exam, 10%, and submission of all exercises, 40 sheets. So you should have 40 sheets, all exercises from number 1 till number 10.
Tuesday.
You have it in the schedule. I'm just reminding you. You have it here, you have it on e-learning. You have this on e-learning, and you have on e-learning day by day. You should have opened it hundreds of times by now, okay? It's just to remind you, not to forget. So, from exercise 1 to exercise 10, 40 sheets will be submitted. When you come to the exam, you submit them in order. So the first exercise, the second, the third, everything in order. And remember, you don't have time to do this in class. So coming in class with the papers, oh, I forgot to write my name, start writing your name, all these things, it will take from your exam time. It doesn't matter for me, submit it, take the whole class to fix your papers. But it will take from your exam time. So you will not start the exam until you submit the papers in order, with the name and in order. It's because every time when there is a situation like this, the student come with their papers and start in the class to fix or write their name. And I keep telling you, you lost 10 minutes, you lost 15 minutes from the exam. If you have 5 minutes only at the end, this is your exam time, okay? So just keep this in mind. Prepare at home. If you want, put it in a folder or just as papers, but in order, okay? And make sure you have your name on every paper, because if a paper without name will have no mark, okay? Simply as that. So I warned you about this, okay? So start from now, fixing your things. Any questions about anything?